Hi, welcome to session number 7, tutorial number 2, Goals of Effective Resource Control. In the previous video, we already discussed the reasons behind effective resource control. Now let's have a deep dive into the specific reasons and the goals of effective resource control. Why should you manage the resources effectively is a question that we are going to answer. Obviously, in this particular video, we are going to discuss about goals of effective resource control. Why exactly a project management team should focus their attention on getting the resource control effective. First, one of the key goals of effective resource control is monitor resource usage. As you know, when it comes to a project, there are a lot of resources involved and engaged and used by the project team. So it's quite essential that you monitor the resource usage. For example, if you have 10 developers team, you need to look at their actual utilization. Are they fully utilized? Aren't they utilized enough? Are they spending overtime? Is there any room for someone to contribute more than the person does at this point? All these questions will be very crucial as a project manager to manage the project. Second, identify and address and shortages and surpluses. So that is exactly what I mentioned just now. So looking at the resource utilization, it will allow you to bridge the gap. It will allow you to manage the resources effectively. When the resources are not sufficient enough for your project need, then that is a time where you need to adjust it. And when you know that there are additional work being put into the project work, that is another situation you got to get under control. Continuous control efforts will ensure that the project is run smoothly and resources are managed effectively. Another reason why you need to have effective resource control process is to analyze resource allocation and usage. Analyzing resource allocation will ensure resources are adequate and available as planned. Particularly when your project is a longer term project, or over the project window life cycle, you need to ensure that the resources are available as per the plan. If not, project will suffer. The space and the quality, the amount of work carried out by the team might not be as per the plan. So as a project manager, you are responsible to ensure that the resources are adequate enough and available as per the plan. Another goal that we are trying to achieve through effective resource control process is that effective communication regarding the resources. As a project manager or project management team, you need to ensure that you keep stakeholders up to date with valuable information regarding the resources. In certain cases, you have to work on additional hours over time to meet the project requirements. It might be essential that you keep the stakeholders updated. If there is an additional cost, if there is attrition happening in the project team, all these things need to be informed to the stakeholders. And as and when these changes happen, you might have to make certain decisions to ensure that the right amount of resources are allocated for your project. Another goal that we try to achieve through effective project resource control process is optimize the resource usage. By analyzing the factors that drive resource usage and changes in utilization, you are able to manage the resources at the optimum level. This will ensure that the allocated resources are used effectively to achieve the project goals established during your planning. And also during the execution and monitoring and controlling, you will make certain decisions with regard to the resources. So utilizing the resources optimally will ensure that the project is successful. Another goal that we try to achieve through effective project resource control process is change management, managing changes. As a project manager, you need to effectively navigate changes to the resource environment. As and when a change happens, there will be an impact to the resource utilization, resource allocation. So as a project management team or the project manager, you need to ensure that you manage the changes such a way resources are managed optimally as well.